If 2 over a square minus a square root of b, so take note, this is square root, is equals to negative c. We want to find b when a is equals to negative 1/3 and c is equals to negative 9. Okay, so just be careful this question when there are negative terms. Negative terms generally when you sub them into the equation, you try to put a bracket to be safe. Okay, especially what they like to do, right, is they like to put negative terms and they ask you to square. This is because a lot of students, right, for example, if let's say t is negative 1, some students write this t square is negative 1 square. So this is wrong. You must remember that t square means that you are replacing this t here with a negative 1. So it's actually negative 1 square. It means that the negative sign will be squared as well. So if you do something like this, you happily sub, the negative sign is not going to be squared. And you're going to get negative 1 instead of positive 1. Okay, so do be careful. So with this in mind, right, whatever negative terms I'm going to put in, I'm going to put a bracket around. So you can see there's an a square. A is negative 1/3. So a negative, I replace a with negative 1/3 and I put a square. Okay, so this is your a square. There's a bracket around. Minus square root b. So square root b, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Minus c. Okay, so what's the c? Again, the c, right, is negative 9. So I'm going to replace this c. So you can see the minus sign is kept. Okay, I kept the minus sign. But my c here, the original c, okay, I put a shadow around it. This is now replaced with negative 9. Okay, so far? Okay? Okay, ma? So from here, negative 1/3 square, when you square a negative number, it's going to become positive. So this is 2 divided by 1 over 9. Okay? If you are not very familiar, just take this and you key into the calculator, you should be able to get the answer. Okay, minus square root b, negative of negative, this is actually positive 9. Now 2 divided by 1 over 9, I'm just going to address this question here. 2 divided by 1 over 9. Now you can see this division as a division operator. This is like 2 divided by 1 over 9, which is the same as 2 times 9 over 1, okay, which is equals to 18. Otherwise, if you use the calculator, just use the calculator for this, you will also get the number 18, okay? Minus square root b equals to 9. Now we want to find the value of b, so let's make b the subject, okay? So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to add square root b on both sides. You can see that I can also add a variable. You need not be always adding a constant. Okay, so square root b then cancel off. I have 18. On my right hand side, I have 9 plus square root b. After which, simply, okay, I want the square root b to be alone. Minus 9 on both sides. 9 cancel off. This is square root b. 18 minus 9 will give me a 9. So again, I want to write the variable on the left-hand side as well. 9 equals to square root b means square root b equals to 9. Okay, now there's a square root. How do I reverse a square root? Okay, the answer is, the trick is very simple. To reverse a square root, you basically do a square. So what I'll do is, I just want to tell you, here what I'm going to do is I'm going to square both sides. I'm going to square both sides. Okay, I'm going to square both sides. Okay, this is how I can get to my b. All right, in order to get rid of a square root sign, the trick is to square root. So when I square both sides, so-called I'm doing this, the square root and the square will actually cancel out. So 9 square gives me 81, and the square root and the square will cancel each other out. This will give me the answer, b is equals to 81. Okay, thank you.